Eunice is like, give me your husband. All right, Jeannie. You okay?
What? How is this happening? It's so insane.
Back up or no? Should I back up? Or are you going to lead the backup? I'll just back up.
This is way better than the actual scene. Like, just watching you do it.
Thank you. I'm trying to make this fun because this was the worst episode of this show that I've watched so far. It's made me very upset. Okay, so we are talking about season 2, episode 4 of Beef. Strap in, strap on, and strap yourself to an emergency room gurney because this was rough.
Yeah, really stressful episode. Yeah.
I just, we're going to get into it. Let me say the normal stuff, YouTube shit, like and subscribe and stuff, because this is sad. This is going to be sad and weird and probably short because truthfully, there's not that much to talk about. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. We're going to spoil the whole thing like we have everyone. Are you watching episode 4 first? If you don't know this, I don't know how that's happening, but I feel like it is a required disclaimer for me to mention at the top that we're going to spoil this TV show.
Sure.
So if you haven't seen it, maybe skip it. Just watch this. You don't need to see that. But we're going to recap the whole thing. So let's get into it.
All right.
Before we even get started, I want to say a couple of things really quick.
Okay.
First, I wasn't even totally in the mood to watch this tonight. I was like half in the mood and I was like, should we do it? I was like, I'm getting tired and I was like, I don't know. And you were like, well, I've got the energy tonight and the week's going to be busy. So let's go ahead and do it. I was like, let's go ahead and do it. It's fine.
Right.
Especially because the last episode that we watched was so great.
Fire.
We were just coming off. It was like 1 was like, wow, good start. 2 was like, okay, a little slower. 3 was like, whoa, great episode. And then this episode, she's allergic to. Oh my God.
It was rough.
Final thing I'm going to say before we actually start breaking this down and getting into this. Mm-hmm. One of our dear friends, subscribers, followers, one of our buddies, Jamie Hexum, he commented on a previous video and in my live stream on my other channel and said, oh, Beef, great. I like Oscar Isaac and I like Cailee, who plays Ashley. And I was very excited to watch this show. I watched half of this season and then I bailed. And you and I, who at this point were only like 2 episodes in, were like, why would you bail from the show? That's so curious. And then we watched episode 3 and we were like, why would you bail from the show?
Crazy.
This is so good, dude. Like, what are you thinking, Jamie Hexum? What are you crazy, man? And then we watched this episode and I'm like, dude, I might bail on this show. I mean, I'm not going to because we committed to do the thing and I want to know what happens. And I'm hoping this was a blip. But if you want to get me to quit watching your show, go ahead and set the entire episode in a hospital. Even worse than that, set the entire episode in the emergency room waiting area for the most part. And then throw in a little sprinkling of like tripping out hallucination stuff. This is like a checklist of shit I don't want to watch. It's a taste thing. Some people love a good unnerving hospital episode of a television show. I don't care for that. I don't like blood. I don't like puke. I don't like being startled. I don't like hospitals at all. Right. And I don't like trippy dream sequence shit. That's just a me thing.
Sure.
That may not be everybody's experience, but I don't like it. And so this episode was like a cocktail of Rob's nightmare.
Yeah, I agree. I hate all of that. But I also sign up to be in a hospital. So
you work on a TV show that takes place in the emergency room.
Right.
and is not the same vibe as this.
No.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So, we start off, as we have every episode this season, right where we left off. At the end of episode 3,
Right.
Ashley jumps out of the car after she finds out that Austin is attracted to Eunice, who is the Korean translator and chairwoman grandma's business lady person. And he's super into her and he admits it. And she's like, okay, great. And then they start driving and she leaps out of the car, starts walking into the woods, and then tumbles down a hill into a lake. Now she's here in the emergency room.
Right.
And very quickly, Austin's like, so is it a bad idea that I told you how I felt? And she's like, no, it's great. Please, you can always tell me whatever you want. It's always going to work out. I was at a moment where I was processing, so it's not a big deal. Please always tell me the truth. And I'll always tell you the truth.
Yeah, right.
Immediately in this emergency room, everyone's chaos, and this dude runs up and pukes into a trash can.
Yeah, so gross.
I don't like it. I already don't like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of puke.
We get our title, Oh, the Comfort, the Inexpressible Comfort. Clearly an ironic title.
There's no comfort happening in this episode. Oh.
So Hot Boy, who feels bad because he was lying, but now he feels good because he's told the truth, and he's agreed to totally tell the truth from now on, even if it's a difficult truth. He's like, I'm going to tell the truth that I'm sorry that I was withholding about the Eunice feelings situation.
Right.
And she's like, thank you. I'm going to go sign you in, he says. And he does. He lets some other pukey people go in front. But then he signs her in with us. We find out later, all he puts is that she has a swollen knee. That's all he puts like on the forms to sign her in. So of course she's of no priority in this situation. They don't rush her into the emergency room at all. Quick text to Ashley's dad. He's like, sorry, I got another sports game going on. Can't pay any attention to what's going on. Before it was football, but I'm in a Laker game. And so I can't, what are you, sick or something? I'll talk to you later. Don't get what this is about. She thinks about reaching out to her mom because her phone's dead. So she's using Austin's phone as another element of this episode. Right. Is like she doesn't have her own phone. So she is looking at a contact here of her own mom. And she's like, no. And we don't know why, but we find out later in the episode why she doesn't reach out to her mom. Quick shout out this guy. Who did a great job, honestly, the actor. He was given no lines in this episode and a head wound and sunglasses. And man, what a memorable dude, because all he does is stare at her and smile. And I think I'm going to see this dude in my nightmares for the rest of my whole life. Good job, guy, whatever your name is. You did a great job.
So creepy.
I hate this. Austin offers to get her something to drink. She says Gatorade, and she says, and I believe I get this exactly right, red or blue, no yellow, maybe purple, which is correct. I know you would never drink any of these things because you don't do like flavored drinks or fruit juice stuff or anything like that. But that, if you're watching this, that is correct. He gets to the machine. There is only yellow. But there is one red behind the yellow. And I can't believe I'm even explaining this part of the story, but I don't want to watch any puke right now, so I'm talking about this. But there's a lady behind him who also wants a red. He like gets the yellow and then gets the red behind it so that he can give it to Ashley.
Right.
Then he's walking away and she starts freaking out because she can't even get her card to work. And he ends up giving her the only red Gatorade, goes back to Ashley, and he's like, yeah, they only had yellow. What? I don't even understand this. What is he doing? That is so weird to me. The way that people cave under social pressure, just because that lady's personality is intense and she's having a difficult time, suck it, lady.
Right. And he does that throughout the episode. Like he keeps being like, oh shit, their situation's much more serious. So we'll let him go ahead. And it's like, It sucks because Ashley's the one that needs the attention, but he's making all the choices for her.
Throughout the episode, the people around her do not put her first.
Yeah.
That's the theme of the episode. Austin gives the red Gatorade to the other lady, lets other people cut in line. We're going to get to some other stuff. Dad already has a Laker game that's more important. Like, this young lady is not having a good time. And we've been talking about how it's weird because I feel like her actions, mostly she does the right stuff and doesn't make a lot of really terrible choices. The whole blackmailing thing's not good. But like, then when she talks about older people, especially Josh, you can just feel the like fire and rage that's in her. And it really feels like she's taking out whatever she's got going on with her parents on Josh.
Because they don't talk to her. It's terrible.
Agreed. Okay, so this is where things go awry, even more than they've already been awry. It's already been awry, and now it's going awry more. Right. Because he gets a text from Eunice on Austin's phone. It's like, hey, how are you feeling? It's all she asked. But homegirl picks it up, sees that it's a text from him, and she makes the smart move to start texting Eunice like she's Austin. She has a whole conversation that totally screws her over that she starts off with as Austin. Hey, I'm still thinking about our last convo, trying to bait Eunice to tell Ashley what Eunice and Austin have been talking about and what their like relationship is really like. She's like trying to peek in by lying. She gives her nothing, and she's like, just the chairwoman's very excited for you guys to work at the country club. It's going to be great. She's like, damn it. And so she texts her back. She's like, I gotta go. Ashley got hurt. We're in the AR. Don't text me. Which is so weird. And then homeboy starts walking back in her direction. So she deletes everything and scrubs it from recently deleted.
Yeah. But you have to keep in mind she's crashing out. Like, she clearly is like, just seeing her name pop up, she's like, I gotta get some kind of tea. I don't know what it is, but her plan is terrible. Yeah.
A lot of really bad plans in this show.
Yeah.
And also, you're right, literally crashing out. She like fell out of a car.
Yeah. Do you see how quickly she figures out, like, gotta go recently delete it? Like, she already knows. Like, this chick has maybe done this before.
But it's not even figured out, babe. I think a little bit of it is generational, too. Like, they're young. Yeah. They're super young. Like, they're meant to be, like, mid-20s at most. Maybe, I think they said, like, 26, 27 or something like that. It's like, this is they know. This is not they didn't figure out. It's like they all know how to do this. The phones and all of this stuff and the deceit and the subterfuge is just second nature.
Yeah.
Because this is the world they live in. We used to do this too. When we were younger, it just wasn't digital. We all did the same shit. I love this. Austin's like, Eunice just texted me prayer hands emoji. Out of nowhere, seemingly. Let me check. No, I didn't say anything. What kind of, And Ashley's like, prayer hands emoji. What a weird chick. Wow. Wonder why she did that. Gatorade? Did you get the Gatorade, or what's up with that? So this is where it kind of starts too, because she's obviously in here because she jumped out of the car and rolled down the hill and fell in the lake. But she's feeling this pain from her like ovarian cyst problem. Right. And it's happening, like, it's kind of converging into the same issue. And it starts this episode long issue where she's trying to get them to give her attention for her ovarian cyst thing. And they're like, paperwork says skin needed. So back of the line.
He really messed that up.
Yeah, that's also but I mean, she didn't have the ovarian cyst pain when she came in. So it wasn't like it would have been correct for like, she didn't say anything about that. Austin didn't know to write that down. This is a healthcare system problem a little bit, where it's just like, she's also not voicing like, oh, by the way, I have this other thing. Later she does, but it doesn't go anywhere for reasons that are nobody's fault, actually. They keep admitting increasingly bizarre people The cop walks by and says this lady's like hallucinating and extremely violent.
Yeah, she thinks she's at an airport.
They keep introducing scarier things. Like there's also broken glass on the guards thing. Like this is a very sketchy hospital. We were talking about the pit earlier. That's a very different kind of hospital. Like there are hospitals and ERs where things are a little like unnerving. There are hospitals that feel like they're in really bad neighborhoods. And this hospital feels, and I don't know if it is, but it feels like it's in a very bad neighborhood. It is understaffed. The people there don't give a shit. And they keep admitting increasingly unhinged and dangerously bizarre people.
Right. And they all have to sit in the same waiting room.
Right. Then Josh shows up.
Josh, what are you doing here?
What's up, Josh? What a coincidence. Are you here what are you doing? He's like, yeah, I came as soon as the chairwoman texts me. And Ashley's like, oh, I text Eunice. Eunice told the chairwoman told Josh. She sent Josh down here to make sure I'm okay. All of this, like she figures it out. And Austin's like, how did you know that?
Right.
And Ashley's like, someone here must be from the club and must have told Josh. Wow, word travels fast. Austin goes to get more Gatorade, and he's like looking at his phone like, prayer hands emoji. Why would she send this?
He's thinking about that still.
Well, yeah, because babe, why wouldn't he? He's like, Josh is here. And as soon as Josh shows up, Ashley's like, did you text Eunice? And he's like, no. Remember, she texts me the emoji for like out of nowhere for no reason.
Right.
So he's immediately suspect. He walks away from them because let's be honest, he's not going to get more Gatorade. This guy wants to talk to Eunice and be like, hey, what's happening?
Yeah.
And so he's like, I'll call you in a minute. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
The staff at the hospital is just horrific. And he's like really trying to communicate that she's having a tough time. And they're like, sir. So this is where Josh makes it worse for himself. And I kind of understand where he's coming from. But that's kind of my whole thing with Josh. I'm like, dude, most of the time I feel where you're coming from. You are not making the right call right now. This is not the moment for the thing that you're doing. That's like every fucking thing that Josh does. And in this moment, he's like, so I actually know everyone who works here because I work at the country club and I've known all these doctors forever. And I'm happy to hit one of them up personally. I'm just a couple of thumbs away from letting Dr. Wellington know you need to see him. And she's like, amazing. That would be so great. Yeah. And he's like, and you're going to delete the backups of the video of me looking like I'm going to club my wife with the 9-iron? And she's like, what? He's like, yeah, the 9-iron clubbing Lindsay video that you have backups of, Dropbox, iCloud, whatever. You want to delete that?
Whatever.
Clean slate? We do a clean slate? Oh, wait. I guess I'm deleting Dr. Wellington's name all of a sudden? So what's the deal? We're going to get rid of those backups? Back up or no? Should I back up? Or are you going to delete the backup? I'll just back up.
This is way better than the actual scene. Like just watching you do it.
Thank you. I'm trying to make this fun because this was the worst episode of the show that I've watched so far. It's made me very upset. So he's like, back up? You can go ahead and delete that backup? I'm trying to help you out, Dr. Wellington, but I don't think you're going to be doing very well, Wellington, if I back up and you don't delete the backup. Back up? And Ashley, who has a backup, it is on Austin's phone. Right. And she's playing like, are you really trying to play with my health right now? Am I threatening with a backup? I don't even have a backup. I don't even know what backup is. Boomer. She calls him a boomer.
Right.
I'm pretty certain he's Gen X.
Definitely not a boomer.
He is not old enough to be a boomer. I feel like younger generations now just use the word boomer to describe an older person they don't care for. He's like, back up? And she's like, fuck you. And he's like, no, fuck you. And he leaves.
In this situation, I would just delete it.
Yeah.
Like, I need the health. I need the care. I don't want to be in this environment anymore. Like, dude, just take it.
Like, I actually didn't think that she would still do this, but I really think that she and Lindsay have more in common than we're realizing. They both have their egos tied into stuff. And he actually is not the biggest ego guy. He'll kind of eat shit in front of people and be like, yeah, whatever, fuck me, I don't know. Like, he's fine to lose. He doesn't mind losing. Lindsay and Ashley don't want to lose. And in this moment, if she deletes that backup, that's like taking an L. She doesn't want to lose that. And also keep in mind, babe, Ashley's pissed because she just found out that she has a $5,000 deductible and she thinks Josh specifically gave her like a bad healthcare plan as part of her gig.
Yeah. And I also think like she's definitely in her like crashing out.
Right. She's having a bad night.
She's not in her
really
right
bad
mind.
night. Right.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, cool. No backup. No problem. Bye. Good luck with your whole dying thing or whatever. Homeboy's like, I got more Gatorade. Where's Josh?
More yellow Gatorade.
Right. He starts having more ovarian cyst pain and the nurses don't care. They're like, whatever, skin knee. If you're trying to get painkillers or whatever, go sit back down. She faints in the middle of the waiting room and just passes out, wakes up on a gurney. They're wheeling her through the hallway. And she's like, wait, what just happened? This is what's really unfortunate, too. A lot of times when you make it out of the waiting room past the nurses who are supposed to be kind of like the filter on people who are full of shit, and you get to doctors, it gets better. And for her, it doesn't. They're looking over her chart. They did an ultrasound. And they're like, yeah, you're good. And she's like, good. I'm like dying. I'm in so much pain. And they're like, everything here says you're good. Probably gas or anxiety or something, which is so annoying.
Yeah, they do that all the time.
It is such a problem, dude. My dad was very, very sick for many years and constantly would go to the doctor being like, I don't know what's going on, but it's really bad. I feel terrible. This is horrible. And they would be like, yeah, maybe sleep apnea. They send you home with nothing. Austin finally puts in a call to Eunice to be like, hey, what happened? Like, Josh came here and what's going on? And clearly she was like, you text me. And he was like, no, I didn't. And she was like, yeah. And then she tells him, like, reads him the text that she still has on the phone because she didn't delete her side. And he immediately figures out that it was Ashley. Then, even though at first he's reluctant, he starts venting to Eunice about Ashley because Eunice welcomes it. And now they're getting closer and he and his fiance are getting farther apart. She's in a lot of pain. Everyone around her while Austin is gone is scary. Like people, more blood, more puke and gross fluids. There's like half naked crazy ladies walking around being like, it's over. It's all over or whatever she said. So scary.
So scary.
And she's just freaking out.
And this is like a woman's nightmare because just like women healthcare, you know, especially when it comes to like the ovaries, endometriosis, like all of that, it takes so much advocating for yourself for them to give a shit to get the next test done. Like my best friend has had this journey like kind of similar to her actually. And it's just insane like how long it's taken for doctors to actually take it seriously.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, yeah, you got pain in your lady stuff. Probably gas.
Yeah, and it's like, how do you know? Like, they do the basic tests and it comes out normal. So, like, on their end, they're like, we've checked it out.
Her ultrasound looks normal, but it turns out it's because it's so bad that it didn't show up.
Which is like, what? How is this happening? It's so insane.
He walks out to take the call and then he tries to go back in. He literally just left and the guard's like, you got to have a nurse to walk through here. And he's like, I just walked out of here. I've been here all night.
Right.
And he's like, sir, please don't get upset with me right now. Do not make this a problem. He's like, I'm not trying to make it a problem. And as he's having this moment, they wheel her past because they're rushing her into surgery and he can't get back there to her.
Yeah, it's so,
the worst. They rush her into surgery, barely have time to explain the risk of what she's agreeing to surgically. And she's like, I know you said a thing, and just in case I die while you guys are operating on me, will you please tell Austin that I'm the one who texted Eunice and I'm really sorry. Out.
So traumatic. Oh my gosh.
And they don't tell Austin she's the one who texted Eunice. But it's okay because he already figured that out. Then we get this shit. I hate this stuff. I'm too I'm too into realism. I don't totally hate all dream sequences ever, but like using trippy stuff to show me people are tripping out and like drug sequences and montages where people like go on a trip. Like, yeah, I just don't. What a waste of time for me. I don't need that. It doesn't help me with the storytelling. You might as well just black out the screen and put white words on the screen that says insert drug montage, trippy moment, brackets. This does nothing. This adds nothing for me.
Anesthesia and sedation is so trippy.
It is trippy. Write that sentence on screen. I'm fine. You can save all this animation that someone worked really hard on. Don't care. This is also horrifying, but I'm a little more okay with storytelling like this. She wakes up. Austin's like, hey, good thing we got you in surgery. Everything's fine. We can still have kids. She's like, hell yeah. Then all of a sudden she trips out, looks over. There's Josh, Lindsay, her parents, and all standing in the room. And she's like, wait, what's going on? Then she turns back to look at Austin. He turns into Eunice, who stabs her in the stomach. And then she goes, blink, open. Wait, what? None of that took place? It was a hallucination? Yeah. And she's like, Austin? And he's like, yeah, so it actually went pretty bad. And they took your ovary out and no kid. So the opposite of what Dream Me said.
This is like one of the worst days ever.
For us? Yeah.
For Ashley.
Sure.
This is truly a really, really, really terrible day.
Eunice is like, give me your husband. Sorry, Jeannie. You okay?
Jeannie, it's okay. Go back to bed.
The doctor that Josh offered to call earlier shows up and is like, hey, totally going to help you out, do whatever you need, so we're good. And he mentions, he's like, oh man, it's a shame I didn't hear from Josh earlier. I could have got you right in with good doctors.
Such a slap in the face.
Making her just like, like, now Josh must die. He's the reason I have no ovary. It is over for him.
Oh God. The amount of times we see her face like this in this episode.
It started in the last episode where Austin started lying to her.
Right.
And now we get into the second mode where she's just like drifting off into madness. Like, what just happened? Wait, what just happened?
And she's literally passed out. And then she's put to sleep.
Recovering from anesthesia now, yeah.
Dude, holy shit.
She has a couple of really bad days at the house trying to recover. He keeps going on runs. She's like, are you running over to Eunice's to bone the shit out of her? Is that what you're doing? Piece of shit. I'm going to kill Josh. Fucking ants are back.
The ants.
This isn't even at the country club. This is at her house. These ants are everywhere, man. This entire county has a serious ant problem. Josh texts Ashley, hey, you met David. Great. You're welcome. Like, he's trying to rub it in her face. Like, even though you were a dick, I felt bad and I went ahead and sent the good doctor over. But he doesn't know that that doctor is like too late to actually help her with the issue that she had. So she takes this just like a slap in the face. Mm-hmm. And this is when she decides that Josh must be destroyed. She was already feeling it, but now she is resolute.
Big time.
It is over for you, Josh. I'm not joshing around with you any longer. Josh and Lindsay both leave the house to run some errands. They leave behind the cutest dog ever. I have already said in a previous video, if anything happens to this dog, I'm going to lose it. If anything happens to this dog during this season, I'm going to lose it. And the end of this episode is not a very reassuring cliffhanger. Burberry here in his little sweater has my heart on the edge of its seat. I'm very nervous about what's going to happen to this dog.
Right.
This dog I'm not worried about.
Janie, comfort us.
Relax. Your foot out of the back section. I just want this dog to like inherit the country club. I want everyone to just leave town and this dog gets to be the mayor. Climbing up the back door. I mean, dude, come on. She is incognito-ish. These glasses are killing me.
I love them.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They look like glasses you would wear.
Mm-hmm.
She has this very cute moment with Burberry the dog where she's like, I'm going to tear your family apart and adopt you myself. I've lost it. So she finds the invoices in Josh's briefcase where Chairwoman Grandma is laundering her own money through the country club in order to bribe people who witnessed the murder that her husband, the doctor, did.
Right.
And she starts taking pictures of it with her phone. And she doesn't know what it is. She's just like, I don't know. I'm looking for stuff to destroy this guy. And this might be helpful later. Yeah. Little does she know, it might be.
Probably.
Then the most disturbing thing, which I'm going to leave it on this shot because I don't want to show you the actual thing. She finds a pitcher of orange juice in the refrigerator. And we're both like, what are you going to do with that? You're like poisoning them? Right. What is it? She reaches into her pants, gets a little blood out of her recent little goop-de-goo and swizzles it around in the orange juice with her bloody hand because she's lost it. Oh my God. Make him a banana sandwich while you're at it. You psycho.
I really thought she was going to drink the orange juice.
What? Why? What's punishment about that? Like, man, they're going to be way less orange juice when they get back. You thought you got me, Josh? Try drinking orange juice now. There's way less of it. Mic drop.
No, just like it's in this nice pitcher, like just the like class. No?
So what? Her attack is to drink their orange juice? Who gives a shit?
That's just what came to mind. Obviously, I was wrong. Okay.
No, she rubbed her post-surgery blood in it. Nice guess, babe. You were a little bit off. She hears car doors in the driveway and is like, oh shit, I'm busted. I gotta get out of here before they find out I'm swizzling my blood in their orange juice. And she sneaks out the back door. But it doesn't close all the way, and Burberry gets out the back door, and now I'm worried about this dog again. End of episode.
Truly upsetting, horrifying, terrible, man.
I would say screaming, crying, dying, throwing up, but everybody else already did that in this episode.
Babe, that is so true.
Thank you.
I think we need to hug it out.
So fucked up.
We're really hoping that episode 5 is going to be something really different.
Yeah, that'd be great, you know? I'm really looking forward to it. Please smash that like button and subscribe.
See you in the next one.
Stay tuned for more of Beef Season 2.